Hi everyone and welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the world's most expensive watches. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Considering that everyone has the exact time in every time zone on Earth in their pocket at all times, a mechanical watch that costs more than a house can seem like a curious investment. But these days, watches aren't really about telling the time, or rather, they're not just about telling the time. The most expensive watches on Earth, then, tend to fall into one of two camps. On the traditional side, you've got 6 and sometimes 7-figure timepieces that earn their price tag by squeezing incomprehensibly complicated engineering into teeny-tiny cases. This is where you'll find the flagship watches by your Swiss old guard, and the odd disruptive new brand, which use nothing more than cogs and gears to track the movement of the planets or chime like Big Ben. On the other side, you've got watches that are expensive because they're made from expensive stuff, precious metals, hand-cut diamonds, bits of meteorites. 1. Girard-Perregaux Quasar Light Tourbillon, 300,000 pounds. As part of a limited edition release of the signature Quasar model, the Light model is one of just 18 worldwide, which doesn't sound all that special. After all, big fancy watch marques do this all the time. Girard-Perregaux accrues its cool 300,000 pounds price tag, however, thanks to its tourbillon movement, composed of 79 different parts. It took over 200 hours of work and hundreds of operations and techniques honed over the course of 200 years. That sort of skill doesn't come cheap. 2. Chopard L.U.C all-in-one Janus watch, 374,000 pounds. Chopard is known as one of the horological greats, and with good reason. After winning Watch of the Year for their L.U.C full strike at the 2017 Geneva Watchmaking Grand Prix, the marque dropped a familiar, yet no less exciting, watch the following year, with a price tag to match. The L.U.C all-in-one combines exclusivity with a well-known myth. Only 10 watches in each edition, rose gold and platinum, were made, but the stimulus behind them is one most people will be familiar with. Inspired by the Roman god Janus, famed for his 2 faces, this watch has 2 dials. It also bears some godly insides too, with features that include a perpetual calendar, astronomical readings, and a tourbillon, a complex rotating mechanical system that takes great skill to make. 3. Maitres du Temps Chapter 1 Round Transparence, 404,000 pounds. TikTok Supremos. Maitres du Temps are famous for bringing together some of the most exceptional watchmakers in the world to collaborate on game-changing models, and the Chapter 1 Round Transparence is the perfect example. A mishmash of idiosyncratic design and varying schools of horology, RID, watchmaking, Chapter 1 is both classic and complex. That's not to mention the 18-karat gold case and limited edition engraving that really sets it apart. Only 11 models were made. At a wallet-demolishing 404,000 pounds, it stands out as a much sought-after tribute to the industry's fascinating past and exciting future. 4. Christophe Claret DualTow Night Eagle, 445,000 pounds. If Batman wore a watch, this would be it. Not only is it packed out with gadgetry, but it also looks moodier than a 14-year-old boy at a garden center. Limited to 68 pieces, the Night Eagle is a modified version of the earlier DualTow concept. The time is told on 2 revolving belts, no, not utility belts, and the movement offers a chronograph with a special planetary gear system. It also features tourbillons, a mechanism that helps to counter the effect of gravity within the watch, a mini gong and hammer for its chime, and 65 jewels shimmering from within its dark color scheme. 5. George Daniels Co-Axial Chronograph, 463,000 pounds. A more classic and minimalist style compared to the other pieces on this list. But why would the most important watchmaker of the 20th century need to be brash? Daniels only produced a few dozen timepieces within his life, but his most important contribution to the industry was the invention of the Co-Axial escapement system, which he later sold to Omega. It was revolutionary for a number of very geeky reasons, but most importantly, it allowed for longer times between servicing. The one-of-a-kind George Daniel Co-Axial Chronograph sold for $619,000 at auction in 2012, and for good reason. It's a piece of bona fide history. 6. Bulgari Magsonic Sonnerie Tourbillon watch, £464,000. When Italian jewelry company Bulgari purchased Swiss watch brand Girard-Perregaux, the most celebrated and money-spinning result was this: the Magsonic Sonnerie Tourbillon. It's as loud as it is proud and contains enough ultra-complicated functionality for the proper heads among us, notably an array of chimes that have been enhanced by a special Masonic alloy. That's a special metal that supposedly enhances the sound of music, although don't throw away your AirPods just yet. 7. Ulysse Nardin Hannibal Minute Repeater Tourbillon, £571,000. It would appear watchmakers have an appreciation for Roman culture. The Ulysse Nardin Hannibal Minute Repeater Tourbillon, that's a mouthful, includes a motif nodding to the Hannibalic War. However, the engraving is not the only thing that makes this watch so extravagant and expensive. Every component is hand-finished, from the main plate to the top bridge. The watch boasts a Westminster Minute Repeater, which, if you were unaware or not a music aficionado, is no normal minute repeater. It has a unique musical system like Big Ben's, albeit, hopefully, much quieter. With complex intricacies and a grand design, you get big thrills within a small watch, albeit at the even bigger price tag around £571,000. 8. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Grande Complication, £741,600. Audemars Piguet has previous when it comes to crafting head-spinning cocktails of complications. Shop talk for features. In fact, it's probably been doing it longer than any existing watch manufacturer. But the Grande Complication is undoubtedly its best yet. The fiddly insides are all hand-finished cut out and bead-blasted with polished bevels, and feature a matte surface underneath. This is all accompanied by a wealth of features, including a split-second chronograph, a perpetual calendar, and a minute repeater. 9. Rolex Paul Newman Ref 6264 John Player Special, £1.145 million. Nicknamed after the colors of the John Player Special sponsored Formula One Lotus car, the Rolex Ref 6264 is allegedly just one of 10 made in black and yellow gold. It's rarer still to see one such piece available to buy. So when the Paul Newman Daytona went on auction at Sotheby's, it smashed its original estimate to reach a staggering £1.145 million final bid, making it the most expensive watch to ever sell at a UK auction. 10. Freanck Muller Aeternitas Mega 4, £1.8 million. With 36 different complications, 1,483 individual components, a 1,000-year calendar, and a wealth of other eclectic features, the Freanck Muller Aeternitas has the potential to leave you as confused as a modern polling expert. Labeled as the Master of Complications by ticker aficionados, the Swiss watchmaker has managed to cram an unprecedented number of utilities into the Mege F4 model, which also features a glass sapphire caseback and a piece of tourbillon on the dial. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go.